The more you react to arrogant people, the more you prove them right in their own mind. You know the moment. Someone talks over you in a meeting, takes credit, laughs a little too loud at their own joke, or dismisses your idea like it's nothing. Your chest tightens, your hands itch, your thoughts sharpen into 100 clever replies you'll never say. That replay starts in your head and won't stop. It follows you into sleep, into work, into the tiny hours when your mind is alone and cruel. This is not weakness. This is a theft, your peace stolen by a person who probably doesn't even notice. And you can take it back. Listen, the Stoic answer to arrogance is not to meet noise with noise. It is not to prove anything to the other person. It is to reclaim what belongs only to you. Your judgment, your attention, your calm. When arrogance provokes you, it wants one thing: to become important inside your head. Refuse the invitation. Pause. Breathe. 2 seconds of silence do more than an avalanche of words. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Let that be your first muscle. In that 2-second pause, you choose who you will be. Reframing is the next secret. Arrogance is often a costume for something smaller and sadder: insecurity, fear, a need to be seen that never learned to listen. When a person belittles you or cuts you off, tell yourself plainly, this is their problem, not mine. Seneca warned, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Most of the pain you feel is the narrative you supply after the moment. You make a story about your worth, about what others think, and then you believe it. Stop telling that story. Replace it with a quieter truth. Someone behaved poorly. I will not make their behavior the governor of my heart. If you must speak, speak with calm force. Choose one sentence, clear and measured. I wasn't finished. That's not accurate. Let me finish my thought. Short, precise, without heat. Arrogance expects spectacle. Dignity denies spectacle. You don't need to shout to matter. Saying less, with more steadiness, is a power arrogant people rarely understand. The crowd that wants a drama feeds on noise. Refuse to feed it. There are moments when silence is the strongest response. Silence with a steady gaze, a slow breath, a walk away. These are decisions that shift the balance. Walking away is not surrender. It is preservation. You are choosing the horizon of your life over the small theater of someone else's ego. Zeno, the founder, taught living in agreement with reason and community. Reason tells you to protect the commons of your attention. Community means you show up where your life is built, not where it is wasted. Practice humility as armor. Real humility is not a soft thing. It is practiced courage. To be humble is to accept your faults, your limits, and still move forward with confidence. That confidence makes arrogance irrelevant. When someone boasts, remind yourself of Musonius Rufus's insistence on virtue as action rather than display. Humility practiced daily becomes a shield. It removes the fuel from the arrogant person's fire because you no longer need to prove that you exist. You already know you do. If the arrogance is persistent, a colleague who habitually takes credit, a friend who always outshines, a boss who belittles, escalate with structure, not spectacle. Speak privately. Document behavior. Ask for procedures that make contributions visible. Set boundaries that are practical. Agree on how meetings run, who gets time to speak, how credit is assigned. Stoicism is not withdrawal from the world. It is arranging your life so your virtues can thrive. The ancient Stoics were not hermits when their communities needed them. They were disciplined citizens. Be the same in your context. Firm, procedural, unexcited by drama. Do the small ritual that trains you. Each night, rehearse one encounter where arrogance flared. Run it again, but this time, change the ending. Pause early, reframe, reply with calm, or walk away. Repetition rewires your instincts. What is practiced becomes automatic. In time, your new reflex will be to protect your inner court, not to invite strangers in and let them rearrange the furniture. Remember, too, that arrogance often collapses without an audience. A loud person needs applause. If they get silence, if they find their words met with steady eyes and no applause, their performance fades. You don't have to feed their hunger. The quieter you become, the less oxygen their ego has. Marcus Aurelius wrote plainly, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Keep that sentence in your pocket. When someone tries to steal your calm, pull it out and let it steady your hands. There will be failures. You will flare. You will replay your comebacks at 2 in the morning and hate your lack of courage. That's part of building a human muscle. Don't be brutal toward yourself. Stoicism is not perfection. It is progress toward the life you choose. Each misstep is feedback. What triggered you? What story took hold? What boundary was missing? Learn from it. Apply the lesson. Be patient with the practice. The goal is not to never feel. It is to decide what you do with the feeling. In relationships, arrogance can be more dangerous because it repeats and wears down. If a partner or friend uses belittling as routine, mild corrections won't be enough. Here, the Stoic way demands clearer limits. Tell the truth plainly. When you speak to me like that, I feel small. I won't accept it. If it continues, withdraw attention or engagement until behavior changes. This isn't vindictiveness. It is economy of care. Invest where virtues are reciprocated, withhold where they are trampled. The ancient teachers taught that community requires standards. Your life deserves the same. In a meeting, when cut off, pause, breathe, then say, "I'd like to finish my point," and finish it in one sentence. If the pattern repeats, follow up after the meeting. "I noticed I was interrupted multiple times. Can we set a rule to let each person finish?" At a family dinner, when someone brags over you, smile, give them space, and redirect the conversation to something practical. If a stranger shouts at you on the street, do not supply energy. Walk away. Your goal is to live a longer game than the moment permits. Humility is strength without noise. Arrogance needs an audience. Don't be it. Practice the pause, reframe, protect your calm. Let them stay loud. You stay in control. Control your mind, or your mind will control you.